Well done, Doug.
Ready? Good morning. Let's call to order the Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022 meeting. The time is, I don't have a clock in front of me, about 9:31.
Oh, this clock is completely wrong.
It's completely wrong.
Go.
Erica, can you do the roll call, please?
Commissioner Henry.
Here.
Commissioner Pinter.
Here.
Commissioner Odoricio.
Here.
Commissioner Baca.
Here.
Commissioner Tedesco.
Okay, let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, just need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second. The motion passes 4-0. So good morning, everyone. Today we start with the proclamation recognizing May as Mental Health Awareness Month. Commissioner Pinter.
Yeah, I'm happy to read the proclamation on behalf of the board. Mental Health Awareness Month, May 2022. Whereas mental health is an essential part of our lives and the need to focus on mental health increased due to recent events. During the first year of COVID-19, there was a 25% increase of anxiety and depression amongst the global population. And whereas in the U.S. alone, more than 50% of us will be diagnosed with at least one out of the 200 types of mental illness or disorders at some point in our lives. That is 1 in 5 Americans experiencing this in their lives. And whereas 1 in 5 children, either currently or at some point during their life, will have a serious debilitating mental illness. And whereas every 11 minutes, a life is taken by suicide. 90% of those lives suffered with a mental disorder. And whereas in those 11 minutes, a simple conversation could change that statistic miraculously. Even though our awareness has heightened since the pandemic, there are still people around the world who are unable to access help due to technological barriers or lack of support and acknowledgement, and whereas we must stay informed, aware, and supportive of our neighbors, we must initiate the question, "How are you?" and take time to listen with full intent. We must raise awareness by establishing our presence, and whereas Adams County's proud affinity groups led by employees, provide a shared space for support, a greater sense of connection and community, and promote a positive mental health within the foundation of Adams County. And whereas May is a dedicated month of asking more questions, being present, and educating ourselves and others on the importance of mental health, we must continue the conversation and extend our empathy with those in need. We must advise those within and those surrounding our community to do the same. Long after the month of May has ended, and whereas shedding a light on mental health, we break negative stigma, educate the public, become confident in our awareness, become stronger versions of ourselves. In doing so, we help those in and around Adams County community who are still struggling. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Adams County Board of Commissioners of the County of Adams, State of Colorado, proclaims May 2022 as Mental Health Awareness Month, signed by all of us.
Thank you, Commissioner Pinter. Commissioners, do you have any remarks on this morning? Thank you so much. Next on our agenda is public comment. Erica, do we have anyone signed up?
We do not.
Okay, thank you. Elected officials communication. Commissioner Pinter.
Yes, just as a follow-up, one of the things that I want to make you all aware of is some of the resources available in Colorado. They are listed on our various websites through our health department, through the State Department, and there is a great campaign, particularly for our youth that are particularly struggling right now, called I Matter. And if you just pull up the website I Matter Colorado, you'll find links. It's imattercolorado.org for youth in Colorado to receive 6 free counseling sessions. So if you are or someone you know is in crisis, this is a great place to start for our youth. You can also reach out via 211 to the list of services available that are free and accessible to the public and what might work with your insurance. And be aware, we have worked really diligently on this commission to increase our healthcare options. And that might seem like a little bit of a pivot, but when you have increased healthcare, you have increased coverage. And when you have increased healthcare coverage, you can take time off to help yourself or a loved one who is going through a crisis. State law now requires more and more employers to offer recovery, whether it is a violent incident or a traumatic incident or a healthcare crisis. Please explore your options within your own healthcare plan. If you're an Adams County employee, hopefully you will find many options available to you, and many of those are available by state law as well. Please take care of yourselves and each other and give each other some grace and support as we are all doing our best.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Odoricio?
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Commissioner Pinter, for that information. I would like to remind everyone that today is like special district elections. So this morning I was able to vote for Highland Hills and vote for my fire board. So I would encourage everyone to get out there and make sure you do that. So thank you all very much.
By way of voter education, Commissioner, can you tell people how to vote?
So what you can do is go to the website of those special districts and find out where they are. For me, our fire board for Adams County was actually at 68th and Pecos. And then for Highland Hills, the voting poll location was at the MAC at 72nd and Federal. If you have other special districts that you could look up, I would recommend you go check out because those websites should have them for each of the special districts. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner. Next on the agenda is the consent calendar.
Second.
The motion passes 4-0. Good morning, County Manager Alicia Reese. How are you this morning?
Very well, thanks, Commissioners. Good morning to you all. We have just one item today, and that is a resolution approving Amendment 2 between Adams County and Family Tree, Inc. in the amount of $236,194 for domestic violence shelter and services, and Meg Pickens will deliver that.
Hello again. I'm here today requesting the approval for option year 1 under the agreement RFP 2021.600 for domestic violence services from Family Tree. Family Tree has met our expectations of the previous domestic violence services by providing the following in the first 10 months of initial year 1. They have assisted 20 adults and 17 children with 314 nights of shelter. They have handled 252 domestic violence hotline calls and emails and provided 8 domestic violence presentations to 223 youth and in the middle and high schools in Adams County. 16 community outreach meetings and provided domestic violence consultation to 5 community partners. Family Tree will continue to provide a 24-hour crisis line, safe residential facility with access to basic needs and on-site health clinic, direct client assistance, which includes items such as bus tickets, Uber fares, medical supplies, toiletries, household supplies, and client food. And it also includes motel vouchers, housing stability funds in the form of deposits, rents, moving costs, and energy bills for clients that are fleeing domestic violence situations. And the agreement will also provide legal advocacy services, including free protection order, clinic, and family law clinics. Outreach services, including individual and group support and safe exchange services, as well as community education for adults and youth. Services will be provided at the Domestic Violence Shelter, the Human Service Center, and the Family Tree Administrative Office. Since awarded a co-location agreement for the Human Service Center, Family Tree will be able to offer immediate assistance for walk-in clients. This will also allow Human Service staff to refer clients to domestic violence service within the building, providing for enhanced service delivery and coordination. Service dates for option year 1 will run April 1st, 2022 to March 31st, 2023. The fees for option year 1 will are set not to exceed $236,194. Any questions?
Thank you so much. Questions from the board? Not seeing any. Thank you.
Madam Chair, if there's no other conversation, I move to approve as presented.
Thank you. Did we get that?
What happened? Did we miss Eva's vote? Eve is a real person.
Eva's a real person.
Madam Chair, I move to approve again as presented.
That was strange. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were the seconder. Okay. Okay, and the motion passes 4-0. Thank you,
Thank you.
board.
I don't take it personally, even though I'm way over here by myself.
I know. County Attorney. Doug, I'm liking the jacket.
Yes.
Thank you. Thought I'd step out a little bit in the name of spring. Looks like the only thing on the county attorney's portion of this is the need to have a motion to adjourn into executive session later this morning pursuant to CRS 246424F for the purpose of discussing county manager recruitment.
Move to approve.
Second.
And Chair, I'm not sure, we had requested an executive session for a conversation regarding the treasurer's lawsuit. Are we having that today?
I don't,
That request was made, and then it was scheduled, and then it was pulled off. So,
Madam Chair, if it's okay, at this time I would make,
Might I just add, so
Yes.
tomorrow is the hearing? Do we want to wait until right after the hearing so that we know what's going to happen there?
totally okay.
what, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to meet today?
If you were, I would support a motion to meet today, if that is what you're asking for.
Well, I think the decision we had last week was kind of disturbing.
Okay,
For me.
I move to have an executive session on that litigation.
So it'll be a motion to have an executive session pursuant to 246424B for the purpose of discussing the treasurer's litigation and legal advice thereto.
Thank you.
I second that as articulated by Mr. Ellison.
Motion passes 4-0. Thank you, Doug. Okay, with no other items on our agenda, we are adjourned this morning at 9:43 a.m.